Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. It's your boys, the PCG Live crew. It's Van, Andre, and Kyle. What's going on, boys?
Chilling,
What's up,
chilling.
my dudes?
Nothing much. I need this show today. Like, I have had such an off day today, and it's like nothing bad actually happened. It's one of those days, you know what I mean? It's just an off
It was
day.
pouring rain.
hmm
It was real gray.
hmm
And I feel like anything that could happen to you would have affected anybody today. It's one of them days.
Yeah, it's
Cause
definitely
I'm the
off
same
day.
way. I'm the same
Yeah.
way today.
Off day, bad day. I got the feels. I like to call them the feels. When you're just feeling, you don't even know what you're feeling. You're just feeling it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I have the feels today. Um, but I have to say this is probably my favorite part of the week. Sometimes it's a struggle because I'm like, if I need a day off, and I'm like, oh, Thursday's a day off, but I don't want to miss the show because the
Yeah,
show
man.
is always fantastic once we get in it.
Every time, man.
I
Every
Yep.
time.
almost, I almost wasn't gonna do the show today. I was gonna have just you two do it,
Hmm.
and I was just like, no, I can't. I need the show today.
It
We're
always helps
getting
me,
too
man.
close.
Yeah.
It always helps me. I got the movie premiere. I'm like, nah, I gotta come here first, man. Cause I gotta see
Much
my
love for
brothers,
that.
man. We
Much
gotta
love
we
for
gotta
that.
talk about some stuff, and
Yep.
So I'm gonna ramble about a bunch of different things to start the show. First and foremost, we have how many days left to PAX East, my friend?
Okay.
Oh, snap.
I
Say
was gonna start talking about it, but you can't talk about it without doing the count first.
yeah. Say the words,
Well,
Kyle. Say the
then that
words.
means I need a drum roll, please. We are currently
Say it.
13 days,
13 days.
15 hours,
15
47
hours.
minutes, and 54 seconds until PAX East 2021.
That's right,
Can I
bitches.
just say Van called something a few weeks back, and when I remind you of this, Van, you're gonna be like, I did say this. Van said a few weeks back before we knew any details, because we were already saying
I already
they
know
haven't
what
get.
you. I already know what you're gonna
You
say,
know
and
where
of
I'm going
course
with
I
this.
knew.
And Van said this was gonna be the best PAX ever, and
Oh,
by
wow.
some of the stuff we about to talk about, it's shaping up to probably be the best PAX ever.
I mean, it's going to be really hard to top for me personally from
Mm.
last year. It's going to be very hard.
Yeah, because the moments. Yeah, you had some crazy moments last
I
year.
had some crazy moments. I don't think anything's going to top the moments.
Yeah, I mean, unless they
But
do it again.
So
I
we're
mean,
gonna
I mean, unless I do first place.
we're gonna save the actual topics for later
Mm,
to talk about, but we have that coming up. You know what I'm saying? PAX is a big one.
yeah.
We're only 2 weeks away, which
Hmm.
is fantastical, and it's gonna be a big one. Um, and I want to talk just mainly show wise. We're going to do stuff. We're going to stream live. I'm going to make a little image and we'll share that so that way everybody knows what time to be there. And you guys just need to be on the Facebook in general
Hmm.
because we're going to hit the stream randomly. I might give you guys the codes. Like I might give like Andre Twitch and then give Kyle Mixer account, and that way you can log
Right.
into your phones. And then just stream live. I'll do Facebook Live.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause
Um,
it's gonna be pumping,
and
man.
we can just do like if we're at a booth waiting, you know what I mean? Just stream live on your phones and shit. I just want to do something different. Like the streaming thing, I've become a little bit more passionate about.
Hmm.
I've been doing it for almost as long as my daughter's been born. She's gonna be 18 this year, so. And I've just been streaming a bunch of different things, and then from gaming about 15 years, and I've just done it because it's always been just a thing that I've had fun with.
Hmm.
So what up, Maddie? Um, so it's something that I've always had fun with, and now I've been spreading it. Now we do Squad Pod on Tuesdays. I have a blast with that.
Yeah.
I'm enjoy watching you do your thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Dre Dave reviews. Kyle is eventually gonna get back on, but Kyle was streaming hardcore for a while too.
Yeah. I miss
Um,
I will
watching them
get
too.
back eventually.
Miss watching them too, man.
so I mean, the streaming thing is becoming more serious for me personally, and I find more time for it. So I can't wait. I want to take it more serious in the PAX realm of it. So we have GamerCon coming up in about a month. That's another fantastic thing. We'll start releasing more information about that. So it's an exciting time
Yeah.
in what we do and what we love to do, and we're blessed to be able to have the ability to do it and as easily.
Yeah. True.
Because back in the day when we were kids, we didn't have this type of shit. So
AOL.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
You'd-
man, AOL.
that would be a nightmare trying to stream.
Oh
Oh,
my
Can
God!
you
Can you
imagine that?
imagine?
Oh God. Oh God. So, but let's get right into the show. First topic we have here is let me get back here. Oh nope, right there. PS5 website launches.
Wonder why.
The PlayStation 5 is launching this year. Its release is coming sometime this fall, and new Sony has opened next generation console's official website. The dedicated landing page doesn't feature any real details yet, so you shouldn't expect to learn more information about the system from it just yet. But the site does offer a sign up for a newsletter and a brief promise of announcements to come, including those concerning some of the major unanswered questions, including the system's exact release date and price. That's obvious that that's going to be a part of the sign up. You don't have to sign up for the mailing list to do that, but I did. Yeah. So PlayStation 5 officially launches its website. It's all coming together. It's all becoming real right now for everybody. So,
Yes.
It's getting there.
anything else you guys want to speak on that?
I think it's just like kind of annoying when they like launch the website and they haven't said anything about it yet.
Baby
They're just
steps,
like,
Kyle.
Oh, hey, yeah,
Baby
we got that."
steps.
I mean, no, I get it, but like Andre felt the same way. It's like, why they just announce the shit if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it?
Just put a big clock on there. That would be cooler if you put a clock on. I mean, I hope something happens. The reveal comes up soon in a few days.
All I'm gonna say is when it comes to PlayStation, I'm not gonna question their PR because so far they have done a fantastic job at selling consoles, so they're obviously doing something right. So Xbox, on the other hand,
God, we don't talk
can't
about
get it
that.
right. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with Andre. Andre's gonna be very disappointed what I'm about to say right now.
I mean, am I at
Honestly.
this point?
I know,
I
is
mean,
he surprised? The question is
maybe
he even
not.
surprised?
Let's put it this way: Xbox has done zero, literally zero, to sell me on an Xbox Series X.
I mean, we'll see what they do at E3. I mean, E3 has to be, not just games. They have to really talk about what this thing can do. I mean, they did reveal it. In fairness, they did reveal it. We got a big reveal for it. We know what it looks like. I mean, they could have been real messed up and just gave us numbers and a date. That's what most people do. Don't forget when they announced the One X, they didn't even show us the One X. They just said this is what's in it. You'll see it at E3. At least we know what it looks like. We've seen what gameplay looks like. I mean, we can't really ask for too much more. They did a lot, and we know when the time frame for the release is. So now it's just seeing what it can do and what it runs. And actually, the specs are already released. They're already all over Digital Foundry and all them.
So let me
Oh,
put it
sure.
this way. I can't say that I'm not excited for Xbox. I'm always excited for the next gen consoles. But that's a given. They don't have to do anything. They can just say it. They can do zero marketing, and I'm going to be down for it. And again, that goes for any console. It's just the level of excitement that I'd have for it.
Yeah.
And the excitement for it is minimal, but I'm anticipating a very, very good console. But I get what you're saying. If I wasn't a hardcore gamer, then I would be like,
yeah.
I wouldn't even know it. Actually, majority of people don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
So, but that's Xbox. That's what
Let's
Microsoft
see.
does.
Let's see what E3 does. Let's see what E3. I mean, we know Halo's coming. Let's see gameplay on Halo. Let's see what they got coming out, and we'll take it from there.
So,
Well-
go ahead, Kyle.
Well, let's say. Well, my point was, they came out and said that everything that's playable in the Series X you can play on the Xbox One X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they said?
See, now that's a big problem because I already have.
Is that
an Xbox
official?
One.
Official though?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no way
every-
that could be official.
No, they said
official.
everything that you can play on your One X for the first 2 years. Everything you can play on all your Xboxes
2
now.
years. That's a big
Yeah.
gap.
First 2 years.
That's
All
what
right.
me and Kyle talked about. I wish
But-
that they didn't
Yeah,
do
with
that.
no
I'm going to say
exclusives.
that's a promise they're not going to keep, and I'm telling you now because we've heard this in the past
Mm.
from all different consoles, and it never ends up working out.
No, but
that way.
Xbox has been doing that though. Since you can play original Xbox 360 games
But,
all right
but
now.
but that's just recent.
I hope it.
though.
I agree
like
with you.
that's
I hope.
recent.
I hope it can't. Like I said.
There's a difference between playing the old Xboxes
Yeah.
on the new ones than
Yeah.
the new Xbox games on the old ones. So
I don't want it to. I don't want. This is my
wait
debate all
this
the time.
out. Yeah,
I
wait
don't
this
want
out.
Halo. I don't want the new Hellblade. I don't want them playable on my One X right now.
Right.
I want them
Right.
to be only to be able to be played on
And,
the
and,
new
and people
Series
that
X.
aren't hardcore
Right.
gamers don't understand that concept of why, and they don't understand it takes away from the project. It takes so much work to make something compatible for two
Exactly.
complete different powerhouses. Like it's people don't understand the framework
Yeah,
behind
the
that,
frame
and
rate's
it takes away from what they could do.
Yep.
Just think, right? Say you had to mop the floor and cook at the exact same time. Do you think the food is going to come out or the floor is going to come out as clean
Nah,
if you
'cause
had to
you have
do
to
both at the same time?
multitask. Yeah.
It's not. So realistically, let's just think of it that way. Or if you do it that way, it's going to take longer. If you say, hey, while I'm cooking, I'm going to mop in between. Like, I get it. You're getting the job done. But at the end of the day, you're still losing focus. And there's no purpose for that. Like, well, if you just plan accordingly, you can mop and then you can clean.
I told a friend
I mean,
this. I said
cook.
I told a friend this honestly, like what PlayStation's doing with Last of Us, with Ghost of Tsushima, with Final Fantasy VII, and what's the other one? I can't remember the other one right now. But with those games alone, if I was Sony, I would be like, I know we said PS4, but these are coming only to the 5. I feel like that makes the console the selling point. Like like PlayStation doesn't need that because they're doing so well with the 4. But I feel like honestly, almost like what you're saying, why not just launch those as PS5 exclusives, like off jump? Why not make all those be PS5 launch titles? You know what I mean? Instead of doing this whole play this version, then get the remastered edition a year later. I just
I
think,
mean, I'm okay with the way they're doing it. I don't want to hear, oh, it's going to be compatible for every single game.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, no. Like, if they said a few games, I can understand. Like, we're used to that. Grand Theft Auto, Zelda, you know what I mean? Like, games like that we're
Yeah.
used to. Last of Us. Last of Us was like that. I didn't play Last of Us on PlayStation 3. I played that on PlayStation 4.
Last one's remastered.
Yeah. So that's how I played it. But I get it. It's just it can't be all of them, and especially 2 years. That's a super long time.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys too. I'm gonna put this out there. Think about this, right? Other than Nintendo, minus Wii U doesn't count. Wii U fits into what I'm about to say, but every other Nintendo console doesn't fit into what I'm about to say. Every next gen console does an awful job at promoting itself outside of its community. So
That's
if
fair.
you're not a gamer, most people don't even know it's coming.
Yeah.
Because where
Very
did we
true.
hear it at? We hear it at E3. We
Yeah.
hear it at these conferences. You don't see many commercials
That's true.
for video game consoles. I mean,
Right.
in this generation, you might see it change because now gaming is more of a socially
The Switch kind of changed
acceptable.
that. The Switch has done it a lot.
But like I said, Nintendo has always been very, commercial heavy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
they've had some
That's
freaky ass
true.
commercials.
That's
You
true.
go back and watch some of those Nintendo Game Boys and shit like that commercials. It's kind of freaky.
Mm-hmm.
But the Switch was definitely probably the best at marketing.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about the Switch. Everybody. They took a tour. Like Nintendo did it right.
Yeah.
Nintendo did it right.
Agree.
And PlayStation, I don't feel has to go that route. I think they'll be okay just doing like
Yeah.
commercials. Microsoft has to do a tour.
Yeah.
Microsoft has to do a tour.
That would be the smart way to
They
go.
need to do what Switch did.
Yeah.
If they don't,
Yeah.
they will not. They will not sell numbers again. This will be a bad selling console again. And I'm sorry, I don't think Microsoft can handle another generation doing Xbox
they can't.
One sales.
You'll see them go straight phone almost if this one.
And to be honest too, Xbox One sales weren't awful.
Yeah, they weren't.
You know what I mean? They weren't awful, but think about it. We're in a new world where these consoles are going to be costing a lot more money. They need more money from these, so these systems have to sell.
Yep.
And Xbox One, let's be real, did it hit the numbers that they anticipated?
Oh no, they thought it was gonna be way over that, especially with the whole TV idea.
I would love to see what they projected. I'd love to see what they projected for sales.
I know. I wonder what they, because most companies say what they projected.
Yeah, because they have to. They have to project. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, this is a new game, because it's not new.
Yeah.
Like they've been in this for generations, so they can say, hey, this is what we project. I wonder what they. I bet you they were in the office, their pants up to their to their breast. Be like, yeah, we're gonna sell. We're gonna
He's
sell.
gonna sell
100
some
million.
Xbox.
We're gonna sell 30 million in the first year, and
They probably
those
did.
numbers came
Yeah.
out, and they were like,
Because you know why they
hit
thought
that
that?
red panic alarm.
You know why they thought? You know why I think they would think that high? Because the 360 was so successful.
Oh
So
man.
this was the success of the 360. They're like, oh, the 360's so hot right now. Watch what we do with TV.
Meanwhile, Major Nelson's in the background, like, oh man,
Idiots.
oh man, you guys do not realize how bad you fucked up at E3.
Oh God.
Oh boy, it wasn't even at E3 they fucked up. It was at the Microsoft. No. Did they do the
So
Microsoft conference?
2013 was E3.
Did they do the Microsoft conference after? Because they did another
The
conference.
Microsoft conference was after.
It was before.
But the
Was it
2013.
before? It was before.
It was before.
And that's when they were talking TV, right?
Yep.
And then E3 they fixed it, but it was still kind of too late.
It was like,
so bad.
we're gonna fix it, but we're not. We're gonna show off Minecraft HoloLens, which is the best thing we've seen that doesn't
And that
exist.
didn't happen.
That never happened.
That never
Crazy.
happened.
Project Milo, where we had our dude from Fable talking to a
Oh, Lord.
AI computer, showing us that you're gonna be.
And that never happened because of the canal.
All right, my question for you guys, right? What company is best known to show off shit that never happens? Honestly, I'm not saying it's Microsoft. You guys can say Microsoft as the answer. That's my answer. But I don't know.
It would be Microsoft. I don't think there's.
yeah,
I
agree.
don't think it's comparison.
So I'm gonna say Nintendo is close because they showed stuff that never came out. The vital sensor.
The vital sensor was one.
Like when they showed that, I'm like, wait, what?
I feel like Nintendo does
What
come
is-
out with their stuff though, but it just doesn't work. Like at least they came out with stuff and it just.
No, but that never
but the
came
vital
out.
Yeah,
Sensor
that
never
one
came
didn't.
out.
That one didn't. That one didn't.
I can't believe they did the
They're-
cardboard thing. Like that was a real
Oh,
thing.
Labo.
I can,
Labo.
you know how many Labos we have pulled into the back at Walmart that has to get shipped back out?
Yeah,
Oh,
Labos.
sure it was.
A lot.
Labos.
All right, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all for just 1 minute, right? The Labo wasn't a bad idea. All right,
No.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it because I think it was a good idea for them to do it. Just like I don't know if you guys know Minecraft Education. I know that's a completely different beast because that game just blew up all over the place. So that's a bad example, but there's so many things that can be used to help with kids and education and stuff. So I think the Labo was a fantastic idea, and I think it did what they were looking for it to do. I just think it was the crowd that blew it up. Oh, we lost. Kyle, you still there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. We lost your camera for a second.
No, it's all right.
So I just think the fans blew up because they were like, "This is gonna be dope." Guys, seriously, seriously? No, listen, it's gonna look. You got 3D glasses. Like, no, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all.
At least the Switch didn't make you pay $100 extra on top of what the Labo started with to use that bootleg VR joint they tried to come out with.
Again, I think it was cool. I thought it was interactive and it got kids going. It made a lot of kids excited and want to get it. I'm sure they probably got in sales more than what they even. That's the thing Nintendo does. You guys are sneaky bastards, right? They sell shit, right? And people are like, why are they doing this, right? But they have a low margin on that, right? They didn't spend a lot of money, so the overhead's mad low. They just do it
Especially
to
being
push
cardboard.
fucking numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Not numbers. I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, they do it to inflate numbers because those aren't like selling switches or anything. They do it to make the little dollar, which is genius.
Yeah.
It's genius. Those little things that just sell those little dollars, it helps pay for other things. Like, oh, we don't have enough for Metroid Studios. All right, let's go create some cardboard. Let's sell some cardboard, guys.
Look at the
Let's
ring.
go
The ring's
sell
doing
some.
really good.
Yeah.
The Fit ring is doing actually really
Dude,
good.
people are saying it's fantastic.
It's doing
but
really good.
but that was a low key sale, so that is where the Labo should have been.
Yeah,
right?
true,
Yeah.
true.
They just kind of like, hey, we have this thing. Actually, no, they did a whole conference thing on that, didn't they? Like
On
they
what?
dropped that trailer because remember we talked about that. And I was
What, the
kind of
ring?
yeah.
No, the ring was only like.
was just a commercial.
It was a commercial.
No,
Okay.
it was only on like Twitter.
You want to call it more like a commercial
Yeah.
Twitter thing? Yeah, I can vouch for that. So with saying that, like that's the way Labo should have been presented.
Yeah, I agree.
Labo, they showed it at like E3, like it was like this big deal. The Labo was too small for the people that were trying to demo it. Like I'm like, this is a failure.
We already knew it was going to be something that was. We none of us had an argument against the ring. We just like, what the hell is that?
But yet
The
again,
Labo, we were like, all three of us were like, It's an okay idea,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't gonna be
But
something
it's
else.
Nintendo, and guess what? Nintendo's that girlfriend, all right, that treats you like shit, and
Like-
you're gonna do what she says anyways.
You need that, baby? Okay.
Yeah.
Even though you hit me, I'm still gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Can I use this as a segue?
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Can I use this as
Kyle
a segue?
said-
Segway.
Can I use this as a segue, or do you have anything else to say
Kyle
about it?
said,
Because
damn.
I wanted to say
The
it
only
before.
thing I was gonna say, getting back to the whole point PS5 thing or Xbox thing, is that right now, Andre, if I were to buy which one, I'd probably go PS5 at the moment.
Oh, yeah, because you know there's games on it that are only on the PS5. That's enough.
I
Exactly.
forgot we were even talking PlayStation,
Yeah.
Xbox. No, we were
So
talking
anyway.
Xbox, but
Van segue.
segue. Let's talk about Pokemon Home.
Pokemon.
Ooh,
So this is like Van show because you motherfuckers can't talk about Pokemon Home because this dude on
I
the
beg to differ.
screen,
I have the mobile and
this
the
dude
Switch
on the
app.
screen hasn't even started Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
Sword of
crazy,
Shield,
Kyle. That's
yeah.
supposed to
But
be-
that doesn't matter because I
It
have
does
the
matter.
Mobile, I have the mobile app right here.
You know
that's
why?
loading.
You know why it
Well,
does matter? Because
it's-
Pokemon Sword and Shield is the only game that matters for home. Because
Yeah.
those
that
Pokemon
is
cannot go
incredibly
into
not true.
those Pokemon cannot go into any
You
other
can't put
game.
them in your DS games, Kyle.
You can only take them from your
Talking
DS.
about?
You
You
can-
can absolutely.
No, you cannot put them in your DS.
How much you want to bet?
I bet you.
Oh, put
on-
the games. Put them in the DS.
Yeah,
No, well, why would you want to do that anyway?
that's what Van's saying. You have a place.
Yeah, but that's a dumb idea.
No, it's not. I would love that to have a freaking I can't pronounce their names. I beat the game, by the way. Oh, by the way, I beat Pokemon Sword and Shield. Phil, you 100%.
You
So
told
I'm
us you
done.
beat it. You said you was doing the after.
Yeah, no, I'm done with that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'm done with that. I'm done with
But
How
that.
do you feel about the
felt-
game?
I almost didn't go through it. I mean, the story ain't my age. That's for sure.
Of course.
The story, like, dude, like, oh man.
But did you finish the Pokedex?
I said I was gonna finish the Pokédex after. So Pokemon
Well,
Sword
I
and
mean,
Shield.
Do you have it 100%?
No, not 100%. I meant the story. So the Pokédex is a different. Like people cheat on the Pokédex, and it's kind of frustrating that I'm seeing this. People are trading just to trade back to fill that Pokédex.
Damn.
Yeah, yo, Van ain't playing that, right? Van's
That
going.
happens all the time, man.
No. That's not how you.
How do you?
fi-
Wait.
that's
wait,
not
wait,
how
wait.
you fill your Pokédex.
Van's saying you gotta do it the
Wait,
real.
If this
man
was the
way.
real, if this was the real
Wow,
world,
wait a
Kyle.
minute.
If I was
Wait
like,
a
hey, let me
minute.
hold on to your
Let me-
Charizard.
Wait a second. Let me ask you a question right now.
Oh, here we go.
How do you get Machamp?
What do you mean?
How do you get Machamp?
In the game, I have Machamp
Yeah, but how do you get him?
in the wild.
You get Machamp in the wild?
Yeah,
You caught a Machamp
in the wild. Yeah,
Man, this game makes everything too easy now, apparently.
dude.
Okay,
No,
all
'cause
right.
Machamp is like a
So-
level 60, and you ain't seeing Machamp until after you're a champion.
All right, so let me digress to this one then. How did you originally have to get Machamp?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
But
had
evolve
to
them. Evolve. No, you had to
trade.
evolve them. You had Machamp, and you
You had Machop that
Eh.
evolved into Machoke.
Yep.
But the
and then
only way to
Machoke.
evolve Machoke into Machamp is to trade Machoke.
Damn, that's crazy.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
No,
Same
but
thing
all right,
with-
no, but that's
that's the
different.
same
That's
thing
no,
with-
no. That's different. You trade him and get him back. You're not
Wait, you're
trading
trying
him.
to trade back.
Right. But as the opposing person, I'm not saying give me it so that way I can,
So I can fill
fill
my
my
Pokédex.
fill my Pokédex and give it back to you. Now I don't have one.
But are you not filling your Pokedex?
No.
Because you get the Machamp?
No. You're filling your.
If you don't have it.
No, but it's yours. Like it's yours, and you have
right,
to do
but
that
Are
part.
you not filling the other person's Pokedex by doing that?
Yeah, but that's one Pokemon out of. Well,
What?
Van-
But
but-
you're still filling it.
yeah, it's a part of the fill, but
Not if
if
they
you
already
can-
have it.
if
Not
you can if you can earn every other Pokemon with your Pokédex without doing a trade, and then
Hey.
that's the last thing you need to do. I mean, that's one Pokemon compared to what Van's saying is a lot of people are just doing. I'm missing 40 Pokemon. Can you please just trade with me so I can get my Pokédex filled?
Yeah. Like they're not
I
keeping
mean,
the
you
Pokemon.
kind of have to though with the exclusives.
Well, no. See, that's true, right?
Ah,
But that's the trade to keep. If you're trading to trade, like say, hey, I have this extra Pokemon, I'm gonna trade it. I'm talking about like literally just to say,
Just to yeah.
just to complete the Pokédex, not to keep, not to fill that way. Like that don't bother me. If you're trading, That's like earning it. You're earning it. You're training your Pokemon good enough so that way someone gives you one, but you get to keep it. I'm talking about filling the Pokédex, like completing the
So
Pokédex.
that's almost like with Cal not playing the game, and then he wants to fill his Pokédex early, so he literally does all those with you
Mhm.
to fill his, but he hasn't even seen those yet.
Right.
Yeah, that I'm not.
I'm honestly just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, that's the red box
I,
way.
I get what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
like trading, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the trading. That makes sense.
Anyone filling their Pokédex
mean-
like that, I don't respect them, bro.
Well, I mean, I'll say this though. I will say this when it comes.
But I'm cool with this, the random trades. Like I'm cool with random trades. That makes sense. I'm like
Random trades.
dude, these people are getting like shinies from random trades.
I mean, I get that.
Like
But trust me, I understand. Like they're getting shinies from random trades, but at the same time, it's like, but you don't know what you're getting.
no, right. That's what I'm saying. It's risk. Like I don't know if I'm gonna play that random trade game unless it's with some bad Pokemon.
So if you
but I'm
random trade, if me and you random trade it, you get one of my Pokemon, I get one of yours.
no,
and we
you don't
know?
random. I don't think you can random trade with somebody.
Oh, I thought you saw about with someone.
No.
I was about to say, oh,
No,
nah.
it's like with the
about to
CPU.
Yeah, I've never.
Right.
Like I said, I haven't played
No,
Pokemon
it's not
in
the
years.
CPU. It's like so. Basically, how it's gonna work is this: you put a Pokemon in there, and you throw it on the global trading market, and then some person will just come and be like, "Oh yeah, here you go," and then they'll just probably put it together, and then
Yeah.
you get whatever Pokemon. Just
Can you
like,
imagine that?
I-
Like trading up Score Bunny and like Score Bunny's like level 99 and all of a sudden gone. What?
I would never do a random trade ever. I couldn't.
Yeah. No, but so talk a little bit about Pokemon Home. As soon as it came available, I downloaded it. They didn't have it even in the Android, like you couldn't search for it. Like I clicked through people's links and shit.
Yeah,
It
that
was
weird.
they made it real, but that's a typical thing. Like Android does that shit all the time. When it's a new app for some reason, it's real hard to find. Not all the time, but I think what it is they got to pay for the app for it to be up there.
Problem.
And then once everyone starts downloading it, then it just automatically up there. So I think that's Nintendo. Whatchamacallit, Game Freak's like, yeah, no, we ain't paying nobody to. That's gonna be number one in an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but even if you search it, it didn't even show up in the search at all. So, but anywho, it's very confusing. It feels limited, but it's not. I'm stuck on a lot of these stupid little these little missions that they have you do within the app. Like to fill your Pokédex, so you gotta trade your Pokemon from Sword and Shield or whatever game, and you have to have so many. Like, get 35 fire Pokemon, put them in.
I haven't even
and-
seen the app yet.
Yeah, so like last night before I went to bed, like I had to forcefully shut my phone off because I couldn't stop. And I have the free version. I was just gonna say, Dr. Eggplant, did you send me a friend request? There it
I scanned the code.
is.
I never get the QR scan anything.
Looks like they made it with pretty good budget behind it.
Yeah, no, it's really
Definitely
cool.
put some
So
on.
like I put all these in here. These are from Sword and Shield because this is the basic box. It's free. I can only put 30.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if I can find because I always have trouble finding where to.
Oh, by the way, there is some news
Challenges.
about the premium one. For
Good news or bad news?
oh, it's good news.
Because I'm gonna sign up for it for the price that it is.
Makes sense.
So
So you go to challenges.
there's actually it's right on the app. It said in celebration of the launch of Pokemon Home, you can use Pokemon Bank and Poke Transporter at no cost for 1 month starting today. You can take this opportunity to use Pokemon Bank to bring Pokemon from previous Pokemon.
Oh, so you can
Series
try
games
it? Did you say
over
try
to
it for a month?
So the 3DS one, the 3DS service,
Yeah.
is free
Okay.
for the first month
Okay.
when you get the premium.
Okay. That's
So,
not free.
which it-
Home's not. I mean, bank is not free.
So I think what they mean is like if you are not subscribed already to Pokemon Bank, you can use Pokemon Bank to transfer your guys over to Home for free for the first month. And then after that, you'll have to subscribe to Pokemon
Yeah,
Bank.
maybe I'll hop on there. So, in case you guys didn't know, since the release of Pokemon Home, Bulbasaur and Bulbasaur and Squirtle. I wanted to say Blastoise so bad. Squirtle can now be transferred into Sword and Shield.
Dope.
and be used. Which
And who did you pick?
You better have
Don't,
picked Squirtle.
don't you dare! I
yeah.
thought it for a second.
So before I
I thought you
tell
were gonna say
you
Charmander.
before I tell you who I
No,
picked,
don't even say
I
Charmander.
fucked up so bad because I didn't realize that, and I'm always gonna pick my favorite one, and I did pick my favorite one, not realizing that if I picked the one of the other ones that I could play it in the game.
Oh.
So I picked Charmander, which is
This
actually already in
dude,
the game.
just for the record, picked that bullshit fire Pokemon.
Hey, all right. I want
Named
it. I want the
Charmander.
Gigantamax this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my goal is the Gigant, but not realizing
So while
you
you're
have to
sitting
collect
there
the
with your
Gigantamax
stupid ass,
version of them.
wait, so while you're sitting there with your dumbass hidden ability with Charmander, which for
See,
your
look at how
Pokemon
they do it.
heads
Like they do it
is
so dope.
solar, I believe it's solar power, which is if he's in
Yeah,
sunlight
they
he
do it,
actually
dude.
loses HP.
I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
a good one.
This fucking guy. Shut up.
I'm just saying for all the people with the bullshit hidden ability rather than the cool hidden ability that's
Cal, I know you're
lot more
getting Squirtle.
more Squirtle.
Yeah, that's the
Don't matter. I'll just
boy.
transfer him. I'll just transfer him from Bank.
Yeah.
Get him from Emerald. My Squirtle from Emerald is stronger than this bitch ass Squirtle, anyways.
Yo, let me tell you something about my actual Squirtle that I have back in
You said
Thank you, Milk
back in
Cuppy.
Ruby. My actual Squirtle will beat the shit out of every Charmander.
He's a fucking water Pokemon.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He's a fucking water Pokemon. What
All
kind
right,
of
ready?
comment is that?
This is the hidden ability
Oh,
that
here we
that
go.
Van just got. Solar power. During sunshine, the Pokemon's special attack raises to 1.5 times. Great, but HP decreases by eighth the maximum HP every turn, so you lose HP in sunlight.
Vince said,
What
okay, you got
an
Scorch
excellent
Buddy.
hidden ability.
That's cool, buddy. I just realized in every Pokemon game, I always pick the fire-related one.
I always pick
don't,
water.
I don't even do that intentionally.
Water all day.
I always pick water.
I never, ever, ever pick the goddamn plant.
Yeah,
Ever, never pick the leaf.
I never
Grass,
liked them.
grass is the worst mistake. Grass is weak for everything. You're gonna die immediately. Route 1 can't make it out.
That's why I
fire
like
was
water though, because water is like, unless someone got direct lightning, I feel like you can like beat the hell out of people when you have water.
Yeah.
Because water's a weakness to so many. Like water can beat like most of them,
Yeah, water is a pretty good.
except the one that Kyle likes from Sword and Shield.
I just
that
think
terrible
fire.
looking,
I think fire Pokemon
terrible
look
looking
better.
Pokemon.
Fire,
Kyle, don't you look at me like that.
fire
Which
Pokemon.
one?
That one you like from Sword
Are
and Shield.
you
Oh, sniper!
me-
Pew!
are you telling me
Pew!
right
I'm
now
gonna
that
squirt you
you
with
are
water.
crapping
I'm gonna squirt you.
on the hold on, Andre? Are you crapping on our Lord and Savior Sobble?
Sobble sucks,
his
Kyle.
Gigantamax is him on top of a tower sniping people.
Yeah,
Pew!
Kyle, he's a
No, first of all,
terrible design.
Sobble.
Score bunny. He
Final
kicks a
evolve
fucking
form
ball
is
of
by far
fire
the
at your
strongest.
ass.
Hey, listen, I'll take my sassy Sobble
A
over
big,
your punk ass score.
big
buddy.
ass fucking
Nah,
fireball.
Who
Skull
thinks
Bunny
he can
looks.
float on
Yo, my
Fireball.
Pokemon are
Oh,
destroying
cool.
humans. Meanwhile, fighting Pokemon.
What's
Yeah,
Skull Bunny's last
Skull-
name? What's his third form's name?
Bullshit bunny.
What's his name, Vin? You know his name off rip?
No, because I changed my.
Cinderace.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
What
looks
the
better
hell
than
is
the
that,
other two.
Cinderace?
He looks better than the other. He's the best out of the 3 starters, man.
Yo, first of all, I'm actually gonna look up the shiny. What it looks like.
If I have to say out of the 3 though,
Cinderace shiny is whack.
I have to say out of the 3, the best Gigantamax is the grass.
He looks dope. The bongos.
Yeah.
Yo, I said that.
He gets mad strong though. He gets mad strong. He was starting to one hit some of my Pokemon. I was getting a little pissed off.
Yo, Grookey's a problem.
Yeah, I was starting to get pissed off. Like my Switch was almost broken. My Switch is broken.
Yo, if I ranked them honestly right now with the starters, I would go Grookey. Not
Mhm.
Grook. Would I go Grookey?
Grookey number 1?
Grookey's a problem. I don't. Let me see. Hold on.
You talking about these starters or overall starters from
No,
history?
these starter.
Oh, okay.
Grookey's well. See, here's the thing. Grookey, out of all 3 of them, is the only. Well, no, Score Bunny does have attack. But here's the other thing too. Scorbunny's not even the fastest one out of all of them.
He's the
So
best.
I
at going.
feel, I feel
This
like he is.
hyperactive bunny, right? This hyperactive dumbass bunny,
Dumbass.
looking like supposed to be the fastest one, is not even the fastest.
You were an
Pokemon.
Elmer Fudd
Double
fan
is.
growing up, huh? You were an Elmer Fudd fan growing up, huh? You were mad at fucking bugs.
He's like, leave him alone.
Let him catch you. He's not even
No,
trying to catch you
not.
anymore.
Yo, it's not even score. It's not Scorbunny. It's the fire type. When
Mm.
people are like, yo, fire type's so cool. I'm like, fuck that shit. Yo, literally, water can shit on fire and grass.
I can't say that. What do you mean? Grass is water's weakness.
No
Yeah,
water.
but water types can learn all kinds of ice moves to shit on grass types. So
Telling you, man, that water's deadly.
it's deadly.
I don't always pick fire. I pick random. Like I think in the originals, I used to pick Squirtle because I liked Bulbasaur.
Squirtle was a gangster too. Squirtle's an actual gangster.
Squirtle had his own squad.
Yeah.
And I felt like fire was too easy to beat at that time.
Yeah.
Like you said, I believe water was like the OP of the original.
Are you talking about like the first gen?
Yeah,
If you want to talk about OP types,
normal types.
Psychic and Dragon.
I think.
No, not even normal, because fighting destroys normal.
Yeah.
I just felt like normal was always really really good.
It can be.
Yeah, I
It
thought
can be,
they
but
were
it's not
always
super
really good.
effective to anything.
That's
No,
cool
that's
they got
true,
the app,
yeah,
though.
no, that's
The app's
true.
cool. Van was just showing me that because I don't have it. Van was just showing me the app, how smooth it looks. Looks like they put a lot of
I
work
like
into
it on the Switch too. It
Yeah,
looks, it
absolutely.
feels really good. Just the one thing I was just educated on today and we'll try it out. Like it was frustrating because I could only bring one Pokemon over at a time, and that was driving me fucking nuts. And supposedly you can select more than one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have made 0 sense if you only had to do one by one.
Yeah, yeah, it was driving me crazy. I'm like, dude, I have way too many Pokemon for this though. But I like it. I think it's cool. It's going to be better once it opens up to Go. That's where I'm really excited because
That'll
then
be quite interesting.
I have a good lineup of Pokemon in Go, even though I stopped playing it. But with Home, I would be more invested
Yeah.
into doing more with Go because now I can put them all in Shield
Yeah.
and then use them for Shield. And I signed into my Go yesterday, and man, they added so much more. You can battle now.
Yes, you can.
I
You
didn't know
can
that.
battle now.
You can battle now.
That's dope.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't even tested it out yet. I'd have to see how it is.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I started watching some Pokemon Championships. I might be taking competitive Pokemon seriously now.
Gonna host a big tournament here, man.
Yeah,
Like you said, that gym,
Pokemon Palooza, man.
the whole gym.
And then
thing.
the gym idea too. Shh, don't say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
gotta keep
that's
that
true.
quiet.
Keep that on
idea.
wraps
Keep
because
that quiet.
we have some copycat places out here lately.
Yeah.
Lately,
Van's the
biting
master.
style, biting the style.
Van's the master. What
But-
you gonna be the master of, though?
Yo, even if they did
Show
copy,
enough.
if I'm the gym leader, they're anyway. What?
So I'll tell you guys offline.
Yeah.
My idea of changing things.
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
So, anyways, anything else you want to say and add about Pokemon Home?
No, I'd say looks good, runs pretty good so far.
Anything you don't like?
They haven't done enough yet to show me like what I wouldn't like.
Mhm.
But I mean, like obviously the random trading thing, I'm not a fan of to begin with.
I love
But,
I love how we can be friends. That's a good immediate add.
Yes.
I do like how they have the trading ranking.
Although I feel like
Like
they
what's
should have
going.
integrated the whole friend thing, like right to your like Switch account.
That would have been fire.
See, like these are rare Pokemon traded. This is popular Pokemon.
Mhm.
Litten is the #1 popular Pokemon being traded right now.
Oh,
That
that's
is
cool.
true.
That's dope.
Now everyone's
I
trading.
think
the Bulbasaur and
eventually the
Squirtle.
Sun and Moon starters are gonna be.
This
in
might be
Sword
my
and
main
Shield.
right here. No, I can't.
That's dope.
I'm into the legendaries.
Yeah, I always been into legendary.
Yeah, I'm into the legendaries. I like nice looking Pokemon. Surfetched was up there.
Surfetch.
Yeah.
How is Spupa a rare Pokemon traded? That is not a rare Pokemon.
It's #1, #4, #5, #6, #7, #8.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a rare Pokemon though, and neither is Vivian.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. Literally, I'll just transfer them from freaking like X and Y or whatever like that. So anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Frequently traded. Ditto gets traded like a mofo because Ditto is broken for like Ditto is highly used for competitive.
for competitive,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know.
Wow. Wait a minute. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Anybody using a Ditto for competitive, you're just gonna get crapped on immediately.
I have never seen this Pokemon. There's some Pokemon that I still have never seen.
Dude, I haven't new Pokemon since Black and White. That was the last one I was into.
Oh damn, that means you missed X and Y's. Oh, I love X and Y starters. Shit, can Pokemon? Can you put the X and Y starters?
They'll do it.
That's where Greninja came from.
You can put Greninja came from X and Y?
Greninja came from X and Y.
Really?
If I can put my Greninja.
Why don't you put? You can just put your Greninja in from bank.
Yeah, but I can't put him in Sword and Shield.
Not yet.
Right.
After-
That's why I'm like, please put the X and Y starters. Oh, if I get a Greninja.
They'll do it.
Dude,
They'll do it.
at a 200 Pokemon, I would probably say that's gonna be one of them.
Oh man, please. I would love that. I would love Totodile as well. But
That's not more.
This list is dope.
I'm asking for too much.
I gotta start. Pokemon hunting now.
Speaking of too much,
Uh-oh. That was a crazy segue.
that is a little crazy. Speaking of too much, our next topic.
What'd that be?
Too much to handle. Too hold to hold.
Ultra
Call the
Instinct
Ghostbusters 'cause it
Goku
ain't
and
control.
Kefla officially announced for Dragon Ball Fighters.
I'm going to start off with that.
Too many Goku. By the way, too many Gokus. That's why.
Me, Vin, and Kyle, we've been saying this, and me and Vin especially because
I believe we talked about this last week.
no, we didn't.
Did
We
we
were talking about it
get
on the chat.
No.
We were talking about it on the chat because it got announced during this week, but we
It
talked
got
about it on the chat, so
officially
it felt like we talked
Yeah.
about it, but we don't care. Goku, like, I agree with Vin 100%. There's too many characters in the Dragon Ball verse to keep these Gokus going. I am tired of it, man. Like, you just released Jiren last DLC. You should have launched this Goku with that.
I do like what's her face being released.
Kefla's good.
Kefla
Yeah,
makes
Kefla
sense.
is-
She makes sense. It's just all right. So this seems like the natural choice. Like you have to have Ultra Instinct. We knew it was coming, so it was the natural choice. I think what ruins Ultra is Baby Goku. You know what I mean? Kid Goku. Basic Goku.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
You know what I mean? Like
Goku Super Saiyan 4.
like all that is just it's too much. They should have just kind of went with the whole Ultra Instinct from the beginning.
Save it, man.
They brought GT onto Hulu. Why? I don't know.
Oh,
And it keeps popping up on my main thing, and I'm getting pissed off because I hate that version of GT.
GT.
I hate GT so bad. I was at work one day last year, and someone was talking, and I was minding my own business, and they go, "Yeah, I'm one of the few that like GT, right?"
oh.
And I tried to pretend that I didn't hear him until he said it again, and I'm like, I can't allow that to be said twice. So I said to him, "Excuse me, did you just say you like GT?" And they kind of looked around and he looked at me and goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Just so you know, you have the worst taste in Dragon Ball, like ever.
It's not even
Ever.
a debate.
How can you say that you like GT?"
That's as bad
I
as someone
attacked him personally.
Man, that's as bad as someone saying it like the Bio Brawley movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, that's
I would go one further, but I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say that because you're gonna say something real
Yep,
bad.
yeah,
I
no, I'm
feel
not gonna
it.
say it. I'm not gonna say it. By
Yeah.
me not
I
saying
have
it,
a-
you
I
should
gotta-
know what I'm gonna say. Don't say it, Kyle. Don't say it, Kyle.
You know, it's not nowhere near
I
that
got
bad.
a
man.
question.
Oh,
Oh, okay, good. Because what Vin was about to say, Kyle, was a swear, a real bad curse.
Well, there might be some swearing anyway. So which announcement is worse? Ultra Instinct Goku or Byleth?
Byleth.
which
Oh,
I see,
wow.
but I can't. Yeah, I can't say Ultra Instinct's bad because it makes
It's
sense.
not bad. It's not bad. It's just
Ultra Instinct is a good pick.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good pick because Ultra Instinct's got to be in it. It's got to be in it. And by the way, he's broken. He could sidestep.
Yeah, yeah.
You're in a 2D fucking game. How do
He's
you
gonna-
sidestep?
He's gonna irritate the hell out of people.
What the hell is that? Did you see it? What it looked like? when
He just stood there and went.
I got the YouTube link right there.
It's like it goes right by. I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened? That's a 2D game. You can't do that. but no, the Byleth thing is definitely way worse by a lot of measures. Now, if we would put like Byleth or GT Goku, I'm 100% gonna say GT Goku.
Yeah, I would say GT.
GT or the two GTs because you got Super Saiyan 4 and
That's true.
so you got two GTs. So both of them. Yeah, no, but Ultra Instinct has to be in it.
Yeah.
We thought it was gonna be a duel between Ultra Instinct and Jiren.
I said Topo. I thought it was gonna be Topo.
But no, remember we were like, well, we did think Topo, but we were like, Ultra Instinct's got to be coming. That's going to be the last one that they drop.
Nope.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm more mad because I can't be mad at it because it makes sense.
And I honestly don't like Mastered Ultra's look. I like Ultra Instinct's look better than I like Mastered. Even though Ultra has just black hair, but the little blue aura that floats around him, I think Ultra Instinct's so dope.
Yeah.
Where Mastered, like, he looks just like Goku but with gray hair.
Yeah.
With Ultra, he's like doing the lean, and he's not even like. I'll never forget the moment when he does the Kamea to Kef. That's why I'm glad they put it out now.
Yeah.
Because that Kamea when he grinded up her freaking her blast and was holding his Kamea, and then blasted her face, so they had to Come on, man. That was fire.
Question: is Dragon Ball Super possibly the best Dragon Ball?
It is the best Dragon Ball. I tell people, I'll debate anybody. If you want to debate me with, you know how much I love anime. Dragon Ball Z was more memorable for us because we grew up with that. But when I watched Super, that gave me. I told you, Super is the technical version of Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball was just a villain's here. We need to get strong.
Did I start watching it before you did?
True.
Were you scared to watch it?
No. How Super worked was you had watched the movie, the Beerus one. And you told me about the Beerus thing. I watched the thing and I said, Van, you need to watch the anime, and I hooked you up with the account to watch it, and you killed it after that. You actually went through it.
That's the reason why you let me.
Yeah, and you actually went through it right after. Then Kyle went through it after hearing from both of us. Kyle went through it. Super's way better than Dragon. Super is so much better than Dragon Ball Z. It's a whole new show to me. Whole new, because they're not doing they're not just doing this no more. Come on, man.
Like I didn't even know how I realized how it's better. I was just like, I can't believe this is actually better.
It's crazy. More technical. You got people like Hit coming in. The most overpowered person we ever seen, Jiren. Like, come on, man. You see the debate going on now. Jiren versus Broly's all over the damn place. Jiren versus Broly's.
Oh, Jiren all day.
I keep telling people that. I keep telling people.
Dude, Goku still didn't beat
Yeah.
Jiren. Now, he still didn't beat Jiren.
He didn't beat him. And we see the non-lethal Jiren. People forget this. We've seen Jiren without being able to kill. He couldn't kill. We've seen Jiren the whole time. And Hit's another one.
Yeah.
What happened when Hit and Goku fought outside the tournament? People forget that little episode. Hit killed Goku. But Goku somehow threw a ki blast in the air. That was bad. He threw a ki blast in the air, and when he died, because he wanted to feel Hit's power, he died, the blast came back down and shocked him and woke him back up.
Yeah.
Remind you, Hit is an actual killer. And Jiren is stronger than both of them.
No, what was dope, though, was Goku was picking up, was able to time Hit's thing in battle. He was learning his timing, and he was able to do it with him.
Old Dragon Ball didn't do that, man.
Yeah.
Old Dragon Ball would never do no time. It would never do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like some of the characters could have saved for later. You know what I mean? Like,
How
they
about
put
the
Hit
robot,
in the game.
the robot, Steam Robot fighting Vegeta? Like, Vegeta was way powerful to him, but because of the dome that got made, he was already beating Vegeta because of the smoke.
That's what I'm saying. Super got mad technical. Topo being so broken.
The bunny being so fast.
So freaking lightning speed, and they had to find out how to match that. Like,
because they couldn't compare to his speed.
Telling you, that's what gets me mad about this DLC, Kyle. You got all these characters. You watched it too, Kyle, and you've seen all these characters. Where's Topo? Like, Topo he's ridiculous. He put Vegeta. Vegeta had to go Master Blue. Where's Vegeta Master Blue at?
Yeah.
Vegeta had to go Master Blue to fight. Like, Goku gets 60. They're treating this game just like they treat the show. Give Goku all the spotlight. You might as well erase Gohan from Dragon Ball Z forever. Because he comes in and you always think, yeah, Gohan, let's go. And he doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that with that dude.
Stop doing that to him. The last time Gohan was good was Mystic Gohan.
Teen Gohan. Teen Gohan.
Mystic was nice when he fought Super Boo. Came back
But
from the
that,
car
that
training.
but that's what I'm. No, because he was Saiyan Man at that time, right?
He retired from Saiyan Man at that time. He
Yeah,
came
yeah,
with the
yeah.
orange suit with the.
He still wasn't as strong as Teen Gohan.
Nah, he was dog when came back as Mystic. I remember Super Boo telling him, "You're stronger than your father." But I mean, granted, they just fought. That was before Vegito came. So
Yeah.
when Vegito, how it always works, Goku gotta be the main piece all the time. At least in this Super tournament, he wasn't the main piece. I give it. He went Ultra Instinct. He went Master, but once, like Van said, he didn't beat Jiren. Like people keep forgetting, it took
He
a
didn't
fake
beat
suicide from 17.
Yeah.
It took Frieza, the worst villain ever, combined with, not worst meaning bad, he's the Joker for Batman, for them to team up in Android 17 to beat this dude. Dude had his shirt off.
I think that was the biggest shock in Dragon Ball history was fake death.
17. That was crazy.
Oh, that was.
I flipped the fucking table when that happened. I
Yeah.
was like, "Are you?" I was trying to envision the entire time. I'm like, "How is this battle gonna end?" Like I was like, "There's no way Jiren's gonna lose.
Yeah.
So Jiren's gonna win,
Yeah.
and something's gonna happen when they save Earth. Like that's the only thing I can think of is Jiren had to. Jiren had to win.
Yeah.
They made him so strong. Jiren had to win.
Killed his master. He killed his master and everything.
That's true.
It's 7:00,
Oh, shoot.
so you gotta go, right?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to see the Sonic premiere. I will have the review up tonight. Kyle, Sonic's our boy. It's Van's
Our
boy, too.
boy.
But that is my boy. They did the redesign. Kyle, I'm scared. I'm going in this scared. But I trust Jim Carrey because I absolutely love Jim Carrey.
Don't put your expectations too high.
I'm not gonna
okay?
put him. I'm gonna keep it right now. My thought is I'm gonna end up giving this like a
Just,
7.
just think of it as it's gonna be fun.
That's what I'm going in as. You know what I mean? I'm not treating this like a Marvel or a DC movie. I'm treating it like
I don't know.
Despicable Me and the Minions and Angry
Yeah.
Birds. I'm putting it in that bracket. So
As long as they do Sonic justice, which so far they
yeah,
did with the rework.
Yeah, the rework shows a lot, and,
Yeah,
that-
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what gives me hope with the movie.
So as long as
to
his
be honest.
personality matches to what he's been,
yeah.
I'm fine.
I hope me and Vince predictions right before I go. At the end, we seen a little snippet of
Yeah.
Eggman, Robotnik in this.
Yeah.
We seen him in Mushroom Hill. It looked like.
Yeah.
And I need to see Knuckles, Kyle, at the end of this movie.
Oh, I'd be scared if I saw Knuckles.
Kyle,
As long as they did him right.
Imagine they show fat.
you called
Crazy.
it Knuckles.
Oh my god.
Man, if they did that, I would flip.
Yo,
man.
come on though, that would be funny. That would be
be-
funny.
All right, bros, I'll check y'all, man.
All right, brother.
All right, Kyle.
All right, my good man. Later. Good luck, man. Enjoy. Let us know. Let us know. Yeah. So, I think that's gonna be a good movie. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's gonna be
think
good. I don't think it's gonna be amazing, but I think it's gonna be good.
No, it'll get the job done.
Yep. So, okay. What else we got on the list?
Oh, now we're getting into some serious stuff here.
Oh man.
A big part of E3, usually every year, me representative, is Jeff Keighley. For the people that don't know, Jeff Keighley is the man that has single-handedly organized the Game Awards every year. And it's definitely gotten lots of prominence now. But a report came out, I believe, yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
that Jeff Keighley has decided to skip E3 2020.
And it's not just the skipping part that makes this big deal, but it's what he said on Twitter.
Which, actually, I didn't read that part.
So,
So yeah, go ahead.
Vendozer replied to him, "What fueled your decision to not participate?" Jeff Keighley replies, "A ton of factors. I just don't really feel comfortable participating given what I know about the show as of today."
Wow, that is a statement.
So that's very interesting that he says
That
that.
is- Yeah.
So what he knows of the show today.
So let's review what we know about E3 2020 as of now. As of now, they're treating it like a festival
Mhm.
where they'll have like booths outside and all this other stuff. But it's mainly gearing more towards consumer, which there's already hundreds of consumer shows
Mm-hmm.
across the country, around the world, everything like that. I get what like all the media outlets now are saying about E3, where it's like it's now getting away from what it used to be,
Mm-hmm.
which was a total media outlet. So like companies go in, representatives from again obviously media outlets go in, and it wasn't for the consumer. This was more a private event, but it was still big and it felt special. E3 is not special anymore. I think now again it's just we've said it before. It's just now molding into just another convention,
Yep.
and there's nothing special to it. And now all these companies that treated it that was special, Sony, rumored, apparently rumored now Nintendo, um, EA is another one because they had their own event outside of E3.
I forgot about that.
All these companies are slowly going away. I mean, companies, let's put it this way, companies like Ubisoft will never go away because we've already talked about Ubisoft. They'll friggin' hoard themselves to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But these bigger companies now are kind of sliding away. And I thought Sony not skipping E3 2020 this year was a big blow. This is right up there,
Mm.
but in a different way, obviously, because it's
But like,
the big personality.
I mean, again, it's the comments. Like,
Yeah,
it's the comments.
yeah,
It's not like Sony's like, hey, yeah, no, we don't want to go because of what we heard. It's
yeah.
Sony's like, it's just not for us right now. Like it's something that we feel that we can better put our finances towards, which it makes sense for them
Yep.
because they're just like, oh, we'll do our own convention. You know what I mean? Not convention, but we'll do our own press conference type of deal.
Right.
Jeff Keighley, which is somebody that sits there and interviews everybody. His personality is a huge factor, not the only factor in E3. It's not like you think of E3 and you think of Jeff Keighley, but you can't have an E3 and not see Jeff Keighley, if that makes any sense.
Right.
And then for him to make those comments, that's
Think,
that's a pretty big deal.
think of it this way too. Jeff Keighley was the main host of E3 on YouTube Gaming.
Yeah. YouTube Gaming either hired him or it was his part of his productions. I can't remember.
I guarantee they hired him. But
Yeah.
regardless, that's a big that's a big thing to have Jeff Keighley do it. And then him not being there and him being one of the top media representatives of video games right now, that's a huge blow.
So
It's now slowly showing that E3 it's taking a slow death right now.
hmm it says, all right, I'm gonna read this article. Jeff Keighley has
Yep.
announced that he is skipping E3. Oh, the article is from IGN. Matt Perslow.
Yep.
Jeff Keighley has announced that he is skipping E3 2020 and will not be producing E3 Coliseum this year. This will be the first time in 25 years that Keighley will not be participating in the famous video game trade show. In a tweet from his personal Twitter account, Keighley announced that he will not be attending this year's Electronic Entertainment Expo. I have made the difficult decision to decline to produce E3 Coliseum. For the first time in 25 years, I will not be participating in E3. It appears that the decision has not come easy for Keighley. I've debated what to say about E3 2020, he said. While I want to support the developers who will showcase their work, I also need to be open and honest with you, the fans, about preciously what to expect from me. I look forward to supporting the industry in other ways and at other events in the future, he concluded. Keighley answered further questions people posted on Twitter. When asked what elements factored into his decision, he replied, a ton of factors. I just don't really feel comfortable participating given that I know about the show as of today. Another user asked if E3 was still viable considering both Keighley and companies such as Sony are distancing themselves from the event. I think E3 needs to become more digital and global. It's a brand that means a lot to people, but it shouldn't just be a show floor, he replied. E3 Coliseum is the official show around arranged by the company behind the larger E3 event. Keeley has hosted the show for the last 3 years. The show was like IGN's own E3 live streams, involves numerous developers, guests being interviewed and streamed online. In the year prior, he attended and worked with E3 in a very of different forms.
There's our case in point, right there. He's basically saying right there that he said it needs to be more than a what the hell did he
The
say?
show
He said
floor.
more than a show floor.
Yep. It needs
What's
to
the main
be
purpose of a convention?
the
Like
show
a
floor.
PAX.
Yep.
The show floor.
Yep.
That's what it's turning into that. And these media outlets are just like, I don't want to do that. Because all these consumers are now coming to E3. They let the public in, and that's exactly what's aggravating them.
Yep.
That this is not their event anymore. E3 is now doing this for the people. And I've said it on the show before.
And I get it because it's the
Yeah.
people that are buying, but that's not what E3 has been about.
No, it's never been about that. It's E3's always been that show where, like in its heyday, was, man, you wish you could go to an E3, but you had to earn your spot at E3,
And
which I get.
and the thing about E3, right? So the thing about conferences and stuff is when you put your unfinished product in people's hands, they get judgmental and they say the game don't work and they start shitting on it, and then it gets such a bad negative review before the game even came out because they're uneducated in what they're actually doing. But
Right.
the media is specialized people that come in that completely understand the process. And so it's easier for these publishers and developers to explain to the media, this is what we're building. And then the media sees the bigger outlet of it. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that. They are like, I don't like being told what's good and what's bad. I get that. But you're looking at an unfinished product. And the words that you're going to say on Twitter could be way more effective than IGN. You might have way more followers than IGN, and now you just ruined that game because of an uneducated comment that you have made about the game. And that's unfair, and companies don't want to be involved in that.
Right. But at the same time, I would say this. You would have to be a big time like streamer or somebody like that to have a bigger following than IGN.
Yeah, I'm just saying
like
as
that.
an example.
Like it would have to take somebody like that. But at the same time, somebody like that would get invited to an E3.
Keep chatting. I'll be right back.
My point is this whole thing with E3 now is literally, like I said before, is turning into PAX. There is nothing special about E3 anymore. The people who earned their spot, who worked in the industry and everything else like that, always felt in its heyday that E3 was that event to go to. And it was their event. They had their own personal thing. They could, talk to companies and be, very interactive with them. Didn't have to deal with like huge crowd. And they could get up close and personal with the games and stuff. And I'm sure the company showed off a little more than what they would show off in a normal convention when at E3 during the heyday.
Right.
The second they opened it up to the public, that went right down the crapper.
Right.
Originally, I thought, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was a great idea that they opened it up to the public so that way it could build more publicity for it and get more people to go. The problem with that, though, is now you're seeing the backlash of my wrong decision here, which is now, you can get all these great, all these people coming and testing out and stuff, but now all these media outlets who thought, E3 was a special event is no longer special.
Right.
They could just go to any event they want to.
Right.
Now, and it would be the same thing as E3.
Yep.
I would make another point, but that coincides with our next subject that we're talking about, so I'll just wait on that and make a comparison after. But It's dying. E3 it's a slow, slow death,
very, a very,
but
very slow death.
it is dying. It is just you lost Sony, you lost Keeley. You if the rumors are true, which I don't think they are, but if Nintendo decided to skip out, I think that would be the nail in the coffin
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
a
don't know.
scary thing, man.
I think at this point, I think they're at the point of no return. I don't think there's anything E3 can do now at this point to save it, especially with the whole debacle of last year with all the personal information getting out from the media people.
Mhm.
That was a major, major blow in itself.
Mhm.
Almost pretty much told people they might not have an E3 this year because of that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a pretty big deal.
I think E3 within the next make a little prediction, I guess. Within the next 5-6 years, you might not see E3 anymore.
And that's sad, especially with our era.
Yeah, absolutely,
It's a very exciting
absolutely.
time. It's like a week's worth of gaming.
It used to be something special. I used to have watch parties at my house. I'd have my friends come over. We'd sit there and watch E3. We watch the conferences and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
We'd make burgers and all this other shit
Mhm.
every year during the heyday.
Mhm.
There's no point. Unless you're a big Xbox fan, there's no real point of watching E3
Yeah.
anymore. So I
At
don't
that
know.
point, Xbox might as well just pull out and just do their own thing instead of paying them. They can just run their own thing.
I mean, they kind of do.
Yeah.
They're in their own theater.
Yep.
So
Scary, man. Scary.
it's not good. Definitely not good. But speaking of conventions that are actually doing well, though,
Mhm.
our last subject is that Last of Us 2 and Doom Eternal are amongst notable games that are going to be playable at PAX East 2020.
Very exciting. Very, and we called it. Like I said, Last of Us is gonna be there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Final Fantasy was gonna be there. Was that the two they said?
Well, the other one was Doom Eternal, but
Doom. That's right. We know
yeah,
Final Fantasy is gonna be there, but
if I'd be shocked if Final Fantasy VII wasn't there at this
yeah,
point.
yeah. Doom Eternal, gonna be there. That's huge. Doom Eternal looks so good, and it just keeps looking better. I don't even know how. Um, and then The Last of Us is the real, not shocker, because like I said, I expected it. I kind of said,
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
almost had to be there. But for most people, it's just East is starting to become a pretty big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna get that one or two. It's not gonna be full of them, but it's gonna be one or two. This year, we're going to have a lot of playable games.
Oh, absolutely.
A
Absolutely,
lot.
because where E3 is falling off, PAX is picking up the pieces real fast.
Yep. And the reason why is because now these companies that aren't going has the money to do these things and to build. Because if Sony, all right, so kind of going back to the E3 thing for a second,
Yeah.
E3 is not a place that you show games that players already know about. E3 is
Correct.
all about this high expectation of seeing something that nobody has seen. And when everyone sees everything they've already seen, that's when you have a bad E3 review.
Yeah.
PAX, you could have a game that everyone has seen a billion times but haven't played and that
Yep.
be there, and it's known as the best PAX ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it costs a hell of a lot less to be at a PAX than an E3.
Absolutely.
I've seen the numbers.
Absolutely.
I know. I've seen the numbers. I know. It's not pretty. But like, that's got to say something. You know what I mean? That's really got to say something.
Oh, absolutely. Let's put it this way. Even going back to last PAX, what did we see for a world premiere at last PAX?
Yeah, you've seen Borderlands.
Borderlands 3.
Yep.
Would you have thought 3 years ago?
No way.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
See, and it's so funny because how many years in a row did I try to predict Borderlands 3 was going to get revealed at E3?
But you know something though? They did Black Ops. The very first Black Ops. They did that at E3, the very first E3. I mean, sorry, PAX.
Which is that's just a major one
Yeah,
in
that.
itself.
But it wasn't a major line at that time yet.
Right.
But like, it meant a lot because of Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, it was just like a separate thing. We didn't know how big Black Ops was going to be because coming off of Modern Warfare, we didn't know how big it was going to be, but it turned out to be humongous.
Yeah, it's my favorite franchise out of them.
But but now you had Borderlands 3 get a world premiere at PAX East.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never thought in a million years they were going to freaking do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I predicted it 50 billion times that it was going to get revealed in like 2017, 2018, and 2019 probably that Borderlands 3 was coming, and nothing at E3.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, I mean, 2017, 2018. But then like 2019 comes, PAX East, and there it is. It's like, holy shit. Like it actually happened.
Yep.
Now you get Last of Us 2 coming to PAX East, and this is the first playable demo they're going to have for it.
Yep.
You would have never thought that 3 years ago or 5 years ago. You would have, for sure, the first playable demo 5 years ago, hands down, would have been E3. Although I will say that in the article, actually, I'm going to read the article a little bit. So, from PlayStation blog, says not only did Ellie and Joel's journey begin in Boston, but PAX East also has special meaning for us. It was where we gave you the first ever opportunity to go hands-on with The Last of Us back in 2013. So the first time they played Last of Us was in PAX East in 2013. We thought it would only be fitting to return to the city that started it all to give fans the first ever public hands-on with The Last of Us Part 2. From February 27th until March 1st, attendees will have an opportunity to play Patrol, featuring an early area of the game where Ellie and Dina must venture out of Jackson into the surrounding areas to clear out infected. The demo will span an hour of gameplay and provide just a small glimpse into what awaits you in the full game. An hour of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think they've ever really done an hour of gameplay ever at any PAX. It's been like 20 minutes at most. 20, 25. They're giving you an hour.
Trying to think. The longest I have to say is about probably 25. 25, maybe 30. I don't even think 30.
I don't think I've ever done a 30. I think the longest demo I ever played was probably Breath of the Wild at South. Because that was I know they said that was 20 minutes. But that's humongous. An hour of gameplay for The Last of Us Part 2, and it's the first glimpse at the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Of which one that I was playing that was actually the longest. I can't think of it. I remember Elder Scrolls was fucking super long. I didn't end up playing that one. I remember that one was really long.
Yeah.
But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online when it came back.
Yeah.
But
so let's put it this way. If for anybody that's attending PAX East, if you guys want to even try to play this, you better get the PlayStation Experience app.
yeah, excuse me. That's what they've used every year for the last few years, and it works fantastic. It sucks trying to get on, but it's better than waiting in line for hours.
Absolutely. There is limited space, I guess, so what I heard. But if you didn't get on the app, but I mean, if there's an hour of gameplay, that's a
must-have.
You gotta, but you better get on the app
Mm-hmm.
itself. Um. Oh, I just clicked something very interesting on PlayStation. All right, so want to play The Last of Us Part Two? You can just stop by booth this to be among the first to go hands on with Naughty Dog's masterpiece. You can also experience Dreams. Then you can find us at. Oh, so okay? So this is interesting. So also at the PlayStation booth, some of the games that you can play are Dreams, Iron Man VR, Neo 2, Doom Eternal, Spelunky 2, and more. That's a I was just waiting. I was like, man, nothing? Nothing, huh, man? You're just like, oh, okay,
I just
sure.
wanted to see your reaction.
Hello? Not a thing. He's like, okay, this shit sucks. All right, and next.
No, I think it's a good list.
Well, Neo 2, Doom Eternal, and I was gonna say Dreams, but I've been hearing a lot about Dreams.
Dreams right now is like huge on YouTube.
Oh shit! Okay, never mind. I found the whole list for PlayStation. It says PlayStation games playable at PAX East 2020. Below,
Mm.
Cloudpunk, Doom Eternal, Dreams, FF7 Remake, Genshin Impact, Gorn, Haven, Last of Us Part 2, uh, Iron Man VR, MLB The Show 20,
Iron Man
Mosaic.
VR, huh?
What?
I said Iron Man VR, huh?
Very interesting. MLB The Show 20, Mosaic, Moving Out, Neo 2, One Punch Man, a hero
Okay.
nobody knows.
Okay. I heard that game is super crazy. Like if you pick One Punch Man, you start like you don't move the entire game until like almost a quarter of your life is there, and then like you can pretty much just kill somebody.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's see. Paper Beast, which is a VR game. Persona 5 Royale. Or Royal, I should say.
Yep.
Pixel Rip 1995. Predator Hunting Grounds. Remnant from the Ashes. The Room VR, A Dark Matter. Space Channel 5, that's VR. Spelunky 2, Trials of Mana, and Zombie Army 4. And that is your PlayStation list for
PlayStation's
PAX East 2020.
PlayStation's sick. I can't wait. I know where I'm gonna
Uh,
spend most of my time.
Gee, I wonder. Which is crazy because FF7 Remake and Last of Us 2 are at the same, well, not the same booth, but the same area with
Yeah.
PlayStation. When Square is like right next door almost.
Hmm.
So you can get a double dose of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Nintendo, where's your list?
No, I know, dude. It's so good. It's so good.
That is a crazy, but this might be the best booth I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that list is huge. Like
That
you
is
said,
a massive list.
like I said, I'm probably not gonna leave that booth at all. I'll just,
Oh my
you know what?
god!
I'm just gonna be here, guys. If you need
No,
to
you
find
got to
me,
go
I'm
to
here.
the Square. You got to go to Square. If you're gonna do Final Fantasy VII, you got to go to Square. Because
True.
if they have the same thing that they had at PAX West over there, you got to go there. I would not go to the Sony booth. I would just go over there.
Hmm.
You'll have a much more fun experience. Trust me.
It's gonna depend on how this line number thing's gonna go.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, because if they do the same thing, you have to run over to the Square thing and get a ticket,
Yeah.
which is fine because all you got if you do PlayStation Experience and you sign up for Last of Us, and then you get your well, actually, yeah. Hopefully, you don't get the same time, which that
That's
was.
what I mean.
Oh, there's 4 days, so you'll have time.
Trying to think if there's anything else to do with PAX.
Um, Wait a minute. Andre showed us something earlier.
Oh, the Avengers new
Oh yeah,
trailer.
Yes, Marvel Avengers gameplay
Mm-hmm.
came out today,
Mm-hmm.
but that is not playable at PAX East. Darn it. What am I doing? Did you watch the
I did not watch it
trailer?
yet.
I
I did
did
not
not
watch
watch
it.
it either. Wait, how long is it? Oh, it's a long ass video. I ain't got time for a long ass video. Oh no, it might be the 1 minute one. There we go. This is gonna be a very interesting PAX now.
Oh hell yeah, it is,
It's
bro.
gonna be very, very interesting PAX. I'm just waiting for Nintendo's lineup.
They're gonna be doing more something else supposed to get released soon. Hopefully the app will get released soon.
That would be nice.
Dude, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks
Yeah,
away. The
less
hype
than
is
2 weeks, I'll be in Boston.
the hype is real. 2 weeks
The
away.
hype is real. Which, by the way, next week starts my 5 day a week schedule,
Oh, nice. Congrats.
which I have Thursdays off,
Mhm.
so I may pay a visit
Mhm.
Thursday.
Okay. All right. We do an in-person show with everybody.
I mean, a week before PAX,
Mhm.
special show
Mhm. Mhm.
to
Mhm.
share our best PAX memories.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, dude! And I'm sure you got lots of them since you've been to every single PAX East.
Yeah. There's certain ones that I'm gonna end up sharing on the Pod Squad Pod next not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday of PAX.
Ah, yes,
My brother's gonna be a special guest because he's got the book of PAXs with him.
the Book of PAX is
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm. So excited about that.
Hell yeah!
But
Oh wait. So yeah, that was Last of Us. I do have a few other articles
what you got?
or a few other things.
What you got?
So the Bethesda Game Days thing. For everybody that doesn't know, it's at Van's favorite spot in the world, Laugh Boston.
Mm. Mm.
From February 28th to the 29th, or February 28th and 29th, from 1 p.m. to 9
I'd be interested to check that out.
p.m. Where you can play Doom Eternal there if you want, and Fallout 76 Wastelanders for everybody who's still playing Fallout 76. So that's that one, and then on the actual PAX website, um, they have released a whole lineup of games that will be playable at PAX. And now it does not tell you the Sony games, so I'm assuming that all the major studio titles are not listed on this list. There is a lot of them. So we can. Do you have the list up at all?
Uh,
It's on. It's on Asana.
Give me 1 second. What did you want me to pull up?
So there's 3 links in the Last of Us 2 and Doom Eternal
Yep.
section. The last one
The
is.
news.
Yep.
And then what did you want me to say in the list?
It's a literal list of all the games that are going to be playable at PAX minus the major titles.
Yeah, I can't say all these games.
No, we just point out the notables, like 30XX.
Do, 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 do.
30XX, I believe, is the sequel to your game 20XX.
Is it? Are you sure?
I believe so. I could be wrong, but I believe so.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, just saying. So the notables are 30XX, Alien Hominid Invasion, if you see any that I wouldn't say, let me know. By the way,
A lot of these I don't know.
Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Call of Duty, Castlevania,
So yeah, so Modern Warfare will be there. Castlevania.
Contra, CS:GO,
Is there like a Konami booth that I don't know about?
Dead Cells,
Oh,
Doom,
Dead Cells DLC.
mhm,
Doom. Yeah.
Evergate.
Oh, Enter the Gungeon, House of the Gun Dead. That's new DLC for Enter the Gungeon. Let's see. Farming Simulator.
Halo Master Chief,
Halo Master Chief. Hellcore. Wait a minute. Where is? Oh no, that would be at the end. Never mind. Let's see. We got.
Overcooked 2, Overwatch,
Oh, I see a whole Mega Man. So there's some
Psychonauts,
Neon City Riders. Okay, interesting. Psychonauts 2. Rad will be playable again there.
Rad is already out though.
Yeah. I think a lot of these games are out. These are just all the games that you will actually be able to play.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter's on there. Rocket League's on there. Shovel Knight's on there. Oh, Shovel Knight Dig.
That's it.
Oh, wait. Cyber Shadow. There it is. Cyber Shadow. Almost forgot about Cyber Shadow. How dare me. PUBG. Psychonauts 2 again. Oh, yeah. Oh, no Samurai Showdown. I know it's out already, but.
It was there last year before it came out. That was cool.
Yes. Skyrim? Oh, interesting. Jedi Fallen Order, another interesting one. Street Fighter. Where is Streets of Rage?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
No Streets of Rage. Uh-oh. Let's see. Tetris Effect. Oh, Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2. Those games are actually... Oh, I'm sorry. Last of Us Part 2 is on this list.
Yeah, it is.
Ah. All right, I missed that one. Let's see. The Messenger. Wait, Final Fantasy wasn't on this list, though, right?
That was.
Well, it was.
Yeah, I seen it on there.
Final Fantasy 7?
Mm-hmm. I thought I seen it on there.
Why do I not see it? That's odd. Yeah, I don't see Final Fantasy on here. Well, that's weird.
Mm.
So they got The Last of Us, but not Final Fantasy. Weird. Let's see. Untitled Goose Game will be there again for anybody that hasn't played it yet.
Oh, yep, it's right there. Yep.
Who's Your Daddy? Wolfenstein Youngblood. Worms. And that is it.
All right. So, very exciting. Can't wait. Right around the corner. The hype is getting real now.
It's going to be quite interesting.
Mm.
I got all kinds of things going on that weekend.
That's not a bad problem to have.
Oh man, it's not even just at PAX; it's outside of PAX as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be crazy. I
Job.
just scored tickets to SmackDown in Boston for all you wrestling fans.
Nice.
So I'm going with a whole bunch of people to that.
Is that during PAX?
That'll be after the convention closes or the expo hall closes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Thursday.
So pretty much what's gonna happen it'll be that Friday.
Oh, they moved SmackDown to Fridays?
Yeah, SmackDown's on Fridays now.
I remember when it was Thursdays. Thursday night SmackDown.
Thursday night SmackDown. Then it went to Friday. Then it went to Tuesday at one point because they do it live.
Mm-hmm.
And then went back to Friday. But now they're doing live Friday, which is crazy world of WWE. But that will be starting at 8 o'clock. So Friday's going to be a super busy day for your boy.
That's okay. It's a good problem to have, my friend.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy. Was there any other topics you want to give up?
Uh, I am honestly just ready for PAX East. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm waiting for. Oh, all right. Side note for Nintendo. It is now, I believe, official that it is the longest gap between Nintendo Directs in the history of Directs.
Really?
Now, yes, I. It's either first or second right now, but right now we are in the longest gap or second longest gap of between directs.
Interesting.
So
Very, very interesting.
just waiting for Nintendo to say, "Hey, we got a direct next week," because that would be a perfect time to have a direct right before PAX East.
Yep.
But we'll see.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we can get ready to sign off a little early. Um, That's pretty much it's going to be the build up. We're going to probably have a shitload of news for next week about
Yeah,
PAX.
we're gonna be sharing a whole bunch of memories. Super John is super late.
Jesus Christ, Super John.
What are you doing?
Damn, damn, John. Welcome to the show, John. Gonna have to go back and watch it, John.
Gonna be a high buy situation.
Catch us next week as we go through PCG's cruise history and then our own personal stuff. And then on the squad pod that Tuesday of PAX, we're gonna go through our memories as well on the squad pod. And it's gonna be a good time. But next week we will release the PCG live schedule of what's going down and how we're doing it, um, and we'll talk about that. So that
And
way,
all three of us are gonna be in house.
Yep, yep, gonna be a good time. It's always a good time when you get the boys in one room.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it for us this week, guys. So we want to thank everybody that watched. Thank you for watching, and those that watch on YouTube, thank you for watching and supporting. Please share our videos and share our channel and share everything about us. That would be fantastic to watch. It help us grow. So until you guys see us next week, same time, same channel. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Peace.